Hello and welcome to Yogalates. So we're going to be starting in our kneeling position today. So any discomfort underneath your knees, you might want to just pad them up with a towel or a cushion to make yourselves a little bit more comfortable. And as always, remember any issues or injuries that you know you've got, that you're restricted in what you can do, please just listen to your body. Do what you know you're allowed to do. If there's something that feels uncomfortable or it's a no-no for you, then just wait, have a little rest and then join back in when you can. Other than that, enjoy. So we're going to start in our kneeling position. I'm going to come side on to show you what we're going to do. So we'll be starting with our half roll down. So exactly the same that we would do if we were standing, but we're just doing it in a kneeling position. So you want your knees underneath your hips and your legs parallel. So try not to bring those toes together if you can help it. Keep the legs apart so that everything is in this lovely alignment. Drawing the tummy in, you want to get that little bit of a pelvic tilt. So squeezing your buttock muscles, tucking your tail under. Arms are just down by your side to start. They will come forward as we go down. So from there, tall spine, inhale. Nod the chin in towards the chest. Let the shoulders come forwards. Keep scooping the tummy in and those ribs. And just come up and over into your half roll down. So hands coming down. Come up and over as far as feels comfortable for you. Inhaling at the bottom. And then exhaling, stacking up. Squeezing the buttocks, tucking that tail under you as you restack your ribs over your hips, your shoulders over your ribs, and your head comes up last. Let's go again. So we nod the chin, we scoop the tummy, we tuck the tail under, the shoulders come forwards, up and over into your half roll down. Again, how far over you come is up to you. Just see what feels good. Any tweaky backs, any sciatic pain, please go steady. Stop if it hurts. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, scooping the tummy up. Imagine the tummy's pushing you back up now. Don't let the back pull you up. As you slowly come all the way back up to the top. Stacking your spine tall. Okay, let's do one more of those. Inhale at the top. Exhale as we nod the chin. Scooping the tummy, tucking the tail under. Bringing the hands and shoulders in front of you. Into your roll down. And same as before, come over as far as feels good for you. Inhale when you're there. Exhale, scoop the tummy, scoop the ribs. Up, 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 up. Slowly restack up. Rolling those shoulders up, back and down when we get to the top. Wonderful. All right, so from here we're going to go into our side bends. So I'll turn to face this way. So still think tall spine. Draw the tummy in for support. Squeeze your buttock muscles for support. So let's wake up these glutes. And then you're going to take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, come over into your side bend. And then inhale, grow tall as you come back up. And exhale as we go over to the other side. And again, inhale up. And exhale as we go over. Feeling that lovely length through the side of the body. Stretching as we take our spine into our lateral flexion. So allow the head to go with the movement as the shoulder drops. Let the head follow it down. Good. And back up to the top. We've got one more each side. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Over we go. Over. Good. And come back up to the top. Grow tall. Inhale up. And exhale over. Keep squeezing those buttocks. Keep drawing the tummy in. And all the way back up to the top. And again, a few shoulder rolls to release off. So whilst we're here, we're going to do our thigh stretch exercise. So I'll turn side on again so you can see the shape. So if you remember, when we do our thigh stretch, the spine is not changing shape. Okay, so we're in this lovely neutral position with our spine, our natural neutral curves, which is slightly different for everyone. The thing that you really need to focus on is your buttocks. You need to squeeze them as tight as you possibly can and keep them squeezing tight. That's really your support for this exercise. And then you also need to be a little bit brave. So you'll take your arms out in front, the tummy muscles are on. When you're ready, all you're doing is closing down the angle here at the back of the knee. Lean back and then come back up to the top. Okay, and again, exhale. As you lean back, squeeze those buttocks tight. Can you go a little further? Inhale as you come back up to the top. Good, and again, exhale, back we go. So remember, it's not this, okay? It's not this. All right, the spine isn't changing shape. Back we go, and up we come. Okay, just 2 more of those. Squeeze the buttocks tight. Lean, 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 lean. Good, and up we come. We've just got 1 more. Back we go. Squeeze the buttocks, shoulders stay low, tummy's on, and back up to the top. Wonderful. Right, from there we're going to do our low lunge work. So if you step forwards, let's go left leg first. Bringing it round in front of you. Remember, if you need to use your hands onto the floor to bring that leg forwards, that's absolutely fine. And then what we're going to do is go for our thigh stretch first. So we're stretching out the front of the right thigh. So you'll squeeze the buttocks really tight on that side. You can shuffle the left foot a little bit further forwards and then lean into the stretch. If that feels too unstable, bring the hands here onto the front of your leg, just above your knee, and then you can use that hand to help. They're there for support. And breathe into the stretch, squeezing the buttocks as tight as you can and feeling that stretch through the hip flexors and the front of that right thigh. And then come back up to the top. You're going to walk that left foot a little bit further back in if you've taken it out further, so that the ankle now is underneath the knee. The arms come out to the side. Keep squeezing the right buttocks for support. Keep the tummy muscles switched on. And we're going to do our rotation here. So take an inhale breath. As you exhale, rotate round to the left side. So imagine you're like the wings of an aeroplane, reaching out away from you. And then come back to the centre. Inhale. Exhale, come round to the other side. This side's a little bit more challenging on your balance. So go steady. Come back to the centre. Let's go round again. Exhaling as we rotate round. Can you go a little further? Push, push, push. Inhale as you come back to the centre. Exhale, go round again. Again, can you go a little further? Keep squeezing the buttocks on that right side. Think low shoulders, tall spine. Come back to the centre. And then bring those hands down. Well done. So taking now the left foot back behind you. And then you're going to bring the right foot forward. So say you can do it with the hands down. Okay, like that. Or if you feel confident enough, you can do it in your upright position. So exactly the same as before on the opposite side. So this time you'll be squeezing the left buttocks tight so that you feel the stretch here through the front of the hip flexors, and then sinking into the stretch. As I say, either arms out to the side if you feel balanced enough, or hands on the thigh. Just easing that right foot forwards as you get a little bit deeper into your stretch. Squeeze the buttocks tight, 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 tight. Feel this lovely lengthening here. Our hip flexors often work so short for us when we're just sitting down. They're in this very shortened position. So lovely to put some length into them. And again, don't forget to breathe. Wonderful. And then again, bringing yourself back to upright. Foot comes in so that the ankle's under the knee now on that right side. Tall spine, tummy on, left glute squeezing. We're going to go round to the right side first. So inhale, exhale, round we go. Really get that twist through the ribs and the chest. Turning your head as well, as long as your neck feels okay. Coming back to the centre, inhale, tall spine, exhale, round we go. Round, 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 round. Beautiful. And again, come back to the centre. Inhale. And exhale. Round we go. Round, round, round. Reach those arms away from you. Lengthen, broad across the front of your chest. Think smiling collarbones. Around we come one more time. Beautiful. And then coming back to the centre. Bring those arms forwards and down so that you can bring your right foot back and then you're into your all fours position. Knees under hips, wrists underneath those shoulders, fingers spread wide. Now remember all fours, yes, we're loading through our limbs, so building strong bones, strong shoulders, arms, strong wrists. It's also a lot to do with our abdominals. So we could just let the abs hang and let the back sag, but that's not going to be doing us much good. So you need to draw the tummy in, draw the ribs in, so that we've got this lovely support network underneath us. So from there now, again, you're going to imagine the centre line down your mat. And on that centre line is your nose, your breastbone, your belly button, and your pubic bone. So you're going to try and stay on that centre line as much as you can, particularly for this first exercise. The second one does get a little bit more challenging. So you'll take your left leg and slide it back behind you. You're going to lift the leg up to hip height, turn the foot out to the side, and then do little pulses here. So flexing at the ankle, pushing out through your heel, little pulses for 8, 7, shoulders low, 6, 5, tummy on, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back to parallel, lower the leg down and bring it back in and underneath you. Okay, so we'll get into the second exercise with the left leg and then we'll come to the right and I'll switch round. So you'll take the left leg now back long behind you. Again, staying as centred as you can. And what you're going to do now, you're on your tippy toes, you're going to tap the foot out to the left side and then lift the leg up and tap it down on the right side. So lift and tap and lift and tap. So you want to imagine you're trying to draw a rainbow as we tap from side to side. So this is what I meant about it being harder to stay centred, but I want you to do your best. So the shoulders, upper back should be quiet and still. There will be some movement obviously from the waist and below as we tap from side to side. And then back to the centre. Bring that knee back in and underneath you. And then sitting back towards your heels, interlacing the hands and doing some wrist circles. Remembering that if sitting back towards your heels is just too uncomfortable, you can come back to your upright kneeling position and do your wrist circles here. Okay, so you stay in position. I'm just going to spin round so that you can see what's happening with the leg on this side. So now we'll be working the right leg, right hip. So again, nice all fours position to start. That imaginary centre line down the mat, not swaying off to the left now as you take the right leg behind you. Rib to hip connection underneath you. Keep it short and tight. Lifting the leg up, doesn't have to come up too high. Turn the foot out to the side. And then when you're ready, low shoulders, tummy on, off we go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Push out through your heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to parallel, bring the leg back in. Super. Now, staying in position if you can. We're going to slide the right leg back. Now you're on your tippy toes. You're going to tap the foot out to the side on the right, lift the leg up and over and tap down on the left. And again, lift up and over. Now keep that abdominal connection underneath you. So again, we need it there for support. Wonderful, as we tap from side to side. Still feel like you're keeping your chest lifted, because what happens sometimes when we start to lift the leg behind us, I'm just going to show you as you lift it, people sink down. Okay, so don't let that happen. Think chest lifting. Slight softness at your elbows, so we're not hyperextending, we're just keeping soft through those elbows, even though the arms are straight. And up and over. And then come back to the centre and bring that leg in and underneath you. And once again, sitting back towards your heels, and we'll do some more wrist circles. So with the elbows together, let's get a little bit more out of it, changing direction as we release those wrists off. Super, super. Well done, good work everyone. Really, really nice. Okay, so from there we're going to come into our sideline work. So you're going to bring yourselves down and you're going to come onto your elbow, as long as that feels okay. If it feels too uncomfortable, any shoulder issues, what you can do is have a pillow or a block here, and also you could also make a pillow with your hand if necessary and lie down here. But if your shoulder's okay, we're going to be up onto our shoulder. So it's elbow underneath the shoulder, and you want to keep the gap between your ear and your shoulder. So in other words, we're not working here because that's a bit lazy. Okay, so nice elongation through your spine, reaching out through the crown of your head. And then we want to keep these hips stacked, so the bottom leg will stay bent, the top leg is coming long. All right, so nice and stacked through your hips. So this top hand can come in front of you. If you have it in front of you, keep it quite close in towards you, because if you take it too far forwards, can you see how my top shoulder now has come forwards? And obviously we don't want that. So you can be lightly on your fingertips, or you can have the hand on the hip, so that you keep pushing that top hip away, so that we stay active here on the underside. Again, it's not this slumping down, it's a lovely, lovely active torso. Okay, so that we're working 360, all the muscles around here. Okay, so choose your start position with your hand. I'm going to start with the hand down. I might bring it onto my hip in a moment. So when you're ready, keeping the foot and the knee parallel, shining forwards, you're going to point, lift up, flex, lower. Point, lift, flex, and lower. Super. So knees stay shining forward, toes stay shining forwards, okay, as we lift and lower. So target area, these muscles here are hip abductor muscles here, running down the side of the leg and the side of the buttocks. Strengthening those, remembering there are powerhouse muscles when we do things like walking upstairs, walking downstairs, walking up the side of a mountain, walking down the side of a mountain, getting in and out of our cars, in and out of bed, etc. And then you're going to point, lift and hold, and off you go with your circles for 6. Slow and controlled. 5. Quiet and still through the torso. 4. About the size of a dinner plate. 3, 2, and 1. Change direction for 6 and 5. Good, these are tough. 4, 3, I'm feeling it now. 2 and 1. Flex at the ankle, and then we're doing little chops for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, keep smiling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down you come. Well done. All right, just give it a little rub or tap if you need to. Well done. All right, so bringing yourself up to seated, we're just going to stretch this buttock out that we've just been using. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, You're going to bend your bottom leg, that's going to be flat on the floor. The leg that you've just been using, so we'll call it your top leg, draw it in towards you and just give it a little hug, sitting up tall. You should feel a lovely stretch and release here through the buttocks, the back of the hip, etc. Lovely. And then we'll come over to the other side. So swinging your legs around, again coming down onto your elbow, or if you need to lie down, if your shoulder is not able to support you here, same as before, cushion or making a pillow with your hands or both is absolutely fine. Again, top hand either lightly in front of you here or onto your hip. So making sure that we keep those hips lovely and stacked. Tummy and ribs are drawn in. We're looking straight ahead. Take that top leg long, pointing through the toes as we lift the leg up, flexing as we lower. Now as you lower, don't bring it all the way down. We're not resting in between. We're keeping the muscles active and working the whole time. And again, remember, no collapsing down through your shoulder. Think tall spine. Wonderful. Keep going. Super simple but super effective exercises, helping us to function better in everyday life. That's what Yogalates is all about. Well done. Keep going, pointing and lifting, parallel leg, flexing and lowering. Lovely. And then point, lift and hold, and off you go with your circles. For 6 and 5, good, and 4, quiet and still here as possible. We're not rocking and rolling around. And 3 and 2 and 1. Change direction. For 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, circles as much as they can be, 1, flex at the ankle, and we'll do those 20 little chops, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down you go. And again, we'll rub, tap, whatever feels good. Bring yourself up, and again, just hugging that knee in towards you, and stretching out. Ooh, that should feel good. Okay, well done everyone. Really nice. Right, so from there now you're going to come onto your back. We're going to do some shoulder bridge work. So bringing yourselves round so that you're comfortably lengthways on your mat, and then using your hands, use your arms and lower yourself down all the way to the mat. Now, ideally in shoulder bridge, we'll have our ankles under our knees. Okay, our feet will be hip width apart. If you can't quite get them in that far, don't worry, just do the best that you can. So no further than that, but ideally ankles under knees. So we'll start with the hands down. So the palms will be facing down towards your mat. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. And I want you to think about being broad across your shoulders. And just allow yourself to settle on the mat. So ideally we won't have anything under our head for shoulder bridge. If you feel that you're really looking too far back, then a very sort of thin towel is enough. Because what we don't want as we come into shoulder bridge is we don't want the chin to get stuck onto the chest. So you do need to be looking up towards the ceiling and thinking about your chin straight up towards the ceiling for me. So we're going to start with some very simple pelvic tilts. So all you'll do is as you inhale here, you're in your neutral spine, your natural neutral. As you exhale, go down into imprint. Inhale, rock back to neutral. Exhale, down into imprint. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale down. So it's quite a subtle move. Just getting some work into these abdominals and also some movement into the lower back, the back of the pelvis, so the lumbopelvic region. As we go between our neutral and our imprinted spine. Again, just waking it up before we come fully up into our shoulder bridge. Okay, so then settle back into neutral. So what I want you to do now is you're going to take your hands wide out to the side. The palms will be facing up now towards the ceiling. And then from there, take your spine down into that imprint that we've just been doing. Start to squeeze your buttocks, stand into both feet, and then you're slowly peeling your spine up and away from your mat. Don't have to come up too high. Inhale when you're at the top, and then exhale, slowly feed the spine down. So try to think about coming down bone by bone by bone, and then coming back to neutral. Okay, let's go again. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, down into imprint. Push the back of the waistband down. Use the tummy muscles to do it. And then you tuck your tail under, squeezing your buttocks, slowly peeling away as you come up into your shoulder bridge. Then bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale. Now, as you slowly lower down, you're going to lower your arms wide out to the side. Just making it a little bit more challenging. Coming all the way down and back to neutral. And again, when you're ready, down into imprint. Tuck your tail under. As you come up, slowly lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly feed the spine down. Take those arms out wide. Coming all the way down. Oh, wonderful. So one more of those. This time when you come up, you're going to stay up. So when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, down into imprint, tail tucks under, the arms lift up as we come up. Then keeping the arms up towards the ceiling. What I want you to do now is you're just going to walk your feet. So one heel lifts as the other lowers, and we swap, and we swap. What you're aiming to do here now is to keep your hips level. Okay, so it's not the twist. We're not doing the twist through the hips. We keep those hips level as we lower and lift. Alternate heels. Arms up to the ceiling. And then if you like, you can start to march the arms. So as one heel lifts, the arm goes back and we swap. And the opposite arm comes forward and swap and swap and swap. Good, keep going. Doesn't matter which direction the arms are going in terms of which heel is lifting. Just do whatever feels natural to you. Okay, don't worry too much. We're still getting the arm movements. We're still getting the heels lifting. We've still got some coordination going on. Well done. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Both heels lifted. Both arms up. What I want you to do now is turn so your palms face forwards and away from you. Let those arms drift back behind you, but don't let your ribs flare up. Okay, so think ribs low, hips high. Imagine a plate here on the front of your pelvis, and you're trying to get that plate to shine a little bit more to the wall behind you. Arms back behind as far as they'll go. Some of you might be able to get them all the way down to the floor. Some might not. I can just about get those hands down. And then what you're going to do now, keep the heels lifted. Take an inhale breath. And then as you exhale, slowly roll down, down, down. Feel that beautiful stretch and lengthening through the spine. Coming all the way down. Back to your neutral spine. Lower the heels. Bring the arms all the way down. Woo, well done. Okay, take those arms wide out to the side again. Palms facing up. Knees and feet together. So imagining both feet into one shoe. And then from there now we'll do a few hip rolls. So tummy muscles on, and you're going to take your knees over to the right side as you look to the left. So keep the tummy engaged so that we're supporting the back. And again, how far over you take those knees is up to you. Try to keep both shoulder blades down, so don't be letting the shoulder lift up. Shoulder blades stay down, arms stay down if you can. And then back up to the centre with your tummy on, and then come over to the other side. So the knees now come to the left as you look to the right. So we've got this sort of lovely spiral going on here, now down through the body, and hopefully feeling a stretch across the front of those shoulders. Again, coming down the side of the body, across the front of the hip here. And again, tummy on, come back up to the top. And let's do one more to each side. So knees going over to the right as you look to the left. If you want to take it a little bit further this time, sweep that left arm closer to the side of your head, but keep it in contact with the floor. As soon as it starts to lift up, okay, you've gone far enough for you. So just bring it so that it's back down onto the floor. And then breathe. Make sure those feet are stacked. Wonderful. Arm comes back to crucifix, tummy on, come back up to the top. And then one more over to the other side. So knees go to the left as you look to the right. And again, adding on that arm sweep if you can. Getting a little bit more of a stretch underneath the armpit area on that side. Increasing your shoulder mobility. And breathing. And then bring that arm back to crucifix. And then bring that right arm up and over. And then from there, you're going to push yourselves up to your seated position. Well done. Lovely work. Amazing. Right, coming to what I'm going to call a comfortable seated position. So that might be your legs crossed. It might be the diamond-shaped legs. It just might be your legs straight out in front of you, or parallel and knees bent, whichever's comfortable for you. Okay, so I'm going to sit in my cross-leg position here. Again, whichever position you're in, sitting up nice and tall. So if you need a cushion or a block underneath you, then please use one. And then resting those hands onto your legs wherever you can, depending on where your legs are. And then from there, taking a nice inhale breath. And as you exhale, take your ear towards your shoulder on one side. And come back up to the top. Inhale. Exhale, go over to the other side. And come back up to the top. And then what I want you to do now is to bring your hands onto your chest here, so that they're just in contact with the collarbones. And then I want you to look up towards the ceiling, as long as the neck feels okay to do this. And then with your hands here, can you apply a little bit of downward pressure? And you should feel the increase in the stretch here down the front of your neck. And then if you're happy to do so, you're going to gently turn your head from right to left. So again, just giving these muscles, sternocleidomastoid, these big muscles that come down either side of your neck, just giving them a nice stretch and release from all the time we spent leaning forwards over our phones, laptops, etc. This is a really nice counter stretch for all that. And then coming back up to the top. Well done. Super work. And then we'll finish with some lovely big arm circles. So inhale, lift those arms up to the ceiling. Hands touching if you can. Exhale, bring them down. And again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more big inhale. And then this time bring those hands down in front of you as you exhale, and just nod your chin towards your chest. Thank you very much for joining me at Yogalates. Hopefully see you soon.